Hey all you cool cats and kittens, it's Carol Baskin. You can tell what I've been marathoning. I'm sure you all have been doing the same. Hello, I hope you're doing all right. How are you doing? What's your routine been during quarantine? At least those of you who are able to quarantine. I know there's still a lot of essential workers who unfortunately have to go in. Today is Sunday, April 5th, and I was going to film a video reading vlog, which I don't think I've ever done before, I think. And I was gonna do it on starting Salem's Lot, since that is the April book for the Year of Horror Book Club, which I'll have linked down below. Next month for May, I'll put a picture of what it is here. I forget what it's called, but it's gonna be a lot more lighthearted considering everything going on. But unfortunately, and I'm sure you guys are experiencing this, delays, just everything you order online is delayed, so it hasn't come in. And I was gonna film a wrap of books I've read recently, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm just not in the best mood, and so instead I thought it would just be fun maybe to do a quarantine vlog. I have nothing going on today, which is I think what was kind of putting me in a bad mood, so I thought it would just be fun to chat with you guys and go about my day for what I do during the weekends while I'm very isolated. One thing that I've heard people say is that if your normal routine is to wake up and put some makeup on, even if you're not going anywhere, to maybe try and do that to boost your mood, so I'm gonna try that right now. Normally I would do it in my bedroom, but there's no lighting, so I brought my stuff out here, but this is what I store my daily makeup in. I don't know, oh, it's supposed to look like a witch's book, but I got this from Marshall's, and in some I store most of my makeup. But tell me, how are you all doing? What is your routine for how you're keeping yourself occupied? I'm really curious, are most of you, and I'm not just saying this to get comments, I'm genuinely curious because I'm bored out of my mind, so I am gonna read and respond to all these comments. But I'm curious, are most of you either A, insanely overwhelmed at home trying to work from home and manage having kids and like teaching them during the day? Or are you more in a situation like me where you're feeling very isolated? I'm guessing you all are introverts as well, and I don't know if you're going through the same thing, but the first 3 or so weeks, I don't know what day or week we're on of this, who knows at this point, I felt really good and I was like, this is just my normal life. I was one of these people who was like, oh, I've been training for this for my whole life. But now I'm at the point where it is starting to feel pretty shitty, and I'm not complaining because I know that we're safe at home, and I'm lucky, so lucky to still have a job where I can work from home. I don't know how people do this talking and putting on makeup. This isn't going well. Today I was planning on, because I've seen what a lot of people are doing is they're going out and hiking and just trying really hard to stay 6 feet from people. And I was going to go to a place, I live in the Midwest, I was gonna do a whole big day trip and go to this place called, what is it called, Devil's Lake. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, it's a bright sunny day, everyone's probably having the same idea, and because it's far from me and it'd be a whole day trip, I'd be having to stop at so many public restrooms, and realistically I might get there and it might be crazy packed, so I wouldn't even be able to stay 6 feet from people, so then I just decided to stay home. But let me know, what activities are you guys doing to keep yourself entertained? I'm gonna put some of this on. If you haven't tried the Essence I Love Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara, this is only, I wanna say, $3-4, and it's the best mascara on the planet. I also heard a tip once that you should always put the bottom on first, because when you think about it, well, you're putting it on the bottom, your top lashes are touching the top because of, you know, the motion, and so if you don't want to get mascara smudged up top, you should always do the bottom first. And if I'm ever wearing a nude lip in the video, which I don't know why I'm explaining this because no one is asking, but if I'm ever wearing a nude lip in a video, which is every single video, let's be honest, I'm always using the ColourPop BFF lip liner. I thought I would show you all what I've been doing to try and keep myself physically going. I hate exercise, so if you're in the same boat as me where this isn't that much of a difference for you but you need some motivation, I thought this would be helpful. Before I show you this, I just got this lovely plant from Trader Joe's yesterday. I think they're begonias, and yes, it's in its little cauldron. This may only be helpful for 3% of you, but if you are the same, I guess, personality type as me when it comes to exercise, I still thought I would share. I know a lot of people have been buying Pelotons, which that's not remotely in my budget. And I know that a lot of people, like a lot of my friends, watch the Pop Sugar videos on YouTube to work out, which I think is great. I personally just hate watching workout videos because I would rather be doing a workout while watching, say, like Ozark, which is what I'm marathoning right now. So what I did is I had some old note cards laying around, And this is so basic and I feel idiotic even showing this, but instead of making myself some crazy intense routine, I gave myself something that I could do throughout the day, and these all say the exact same thing. I keep my pen right next to it, which I can mark off throughout the day, and all it says is, you won't be able to see, 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 sit-ups. And to be clear, I'm not literally doing 100 full-out push-ups every day. I'm nowhere near in that kind of shape. But even though it says that, what I'm thinking when I do this throughout the day is 100 arm exercises, 100 leg exercises, and 100 ab exercises. So sometimes I'll do lunges, but for me at least, having this, and I do intervals of 25 at a time, what I'll mainly do is in the morning I'll do 25 of each category, do a tally mark, and then throughout the day, obviously my goal is to get 4 check marks next to each. I know that this is really silly, but I will say it is working out for me in the sense that I know in a weird way I'm stronger than when quarantine started. I have a ton of cards here, and each time I finish one, I recycle it, so my goal is to have no cards by the time quarantine ends. We are in my kitchen, welcome, and I'm gonna cook up some lunch right now, and the only time I see people throughout the week is Saturday. It's become my routine. Saturday I wake up and I go to Trader Joe's in the morning. But if you're like me and you are a little Trader Joe's obsessed, I thought I would show you some of the things I bought and do some mini reviews. First favorite thing, and I should pause for a second, I actually do think I'm a decent cook, and I do have a lot of frozen vegetables. That's what I've been doing, and a lot of times for sauces, I'll blend a ton of vegetables and tomatoes and make pasta. What I'm showing here are mainly frozen items you can buy yourself. But one of my newest addictions, and I know this has been around here forever, so I'm probably one of the last people to try it, is the garlic naan. I make homemade pizzas with this, which you guys know is my favorite food. I am a potato addict. I am a really big fan of the Handsome cut fries, especially with this seasoning, which just makes it a little bit spicier, a little bit cheesier. Oh, it's so good. These I bought yesterday because I generally go for the cookie butter ice cream, but me living alone with a tub of that is not good. So I thought I would try the JoJo's cookie and cream and chocolate peanut butter light ice cream. I think that these are foul. And I know that it's never gonna be as good as regular ice cream, but I've tried a bunch of these types from other brands, you know, outside of Trader Joe's that I think are so much better. My favorite thing I always get multiple of whenever I go is the chicken tikka masala, which I'm not, even though I'm showing you a lot of frozen food, I'm not actually a big microwavable meal type person, but this is my go-to. If I'm gonna have a microwavable meal, this is what I always have. And I'll put a picture of it here. This is not sponsored, wish it was, but one of my favorite new apps is called Fuducate. Well, it's been around for a while. And when I'm at the grocery store, I'll scan the barcode of things that I'm buying, and it'll scan through the ingredients and let you know what's healthy about it, what's unhealthy. So I find that really helpful. It is about 2:30 in the afternoon, which for me at least means that it's coffee time. I have 1 cup in the morning around 6, 7 a.m. depending on if it's a work day or not. 6 a.m. on a work day, 7 a.m. on weekends. And then I have another cup at 2:33. I try never have any after that because I'm really terrible at falling asleep. I don't know why I'm showing any of this, as if any of this is interesting, but I like iced coffee even if I live in the Midwest, even if it's literally -10 degrees, I still like iced. My Braun coffee maker there, I like it because in my mind it looks kind of 1970s. I don't know if that's the case, but I use Kirkland, which is Costco coffee, and then I don't know if this is gross, I don't think so, but as I'm making the coffee in the jar, I throw in 2 of these spiced chai tea bags just to give it a little bit of flavor because I don't add any milk, cream, anything like that. So we're gonna add a couple of Sailor Moon ice cubes. I think I got these on my trip to Japan, which if you haven't seen that, I went over a year ago, but I love this that I bought there. I don't know if you can. And then why not, while we're at it, we'll just throw in, this is so silly, we've got her wand as well. What I've been mainly doing all day, and this is why I haven't shown it because it wouldn't be a fun thing for you guys to watch, and I don't think I've talked about this in a video before, but I am moving, which is probably not a surprise if you followed my channel for a while. I'm gonna put this in the fridge. Because I have moved, I think, every single year since I've had a YouTube channel. If you search apartment tour on my channel before I move out, I always film an apartment tour. I've actually already done one of this apartment, but I don't like showing that while I live here for obvious reasons. And I guess backing up for a second, I'm currently in the Midwest. My family is all on the East Coast, and I've moved so many times for work. I've been working at the same company for years, and I finally just went to them and I was like, I can't do this anymore. It's been 5-6 years that I've been just like moving around for work and school. I need to move home. It was supposed to be in May. Now I don't know how realistic that is, but you know, my lease here ends end of May and I really do not want to extend it. No offense to the Midwest. The people, the cheese, the beer here are all wonderful. I'm almost 30. I want to be home. So I will ask you guys, and I'm genuinely asking because I have no fucking clue what to do. I've moved tons of times, so I'm comfortable with that. But what normally happens is I pack up everything myself. I rent the moving truck. I do 99.9% of it on my own. But then normally my dad and mom would come out and he would drive the moving truck and I would drive my car. Because you know, I have full furniture. I can't just attach something to the back of my little car and fill it up and be good to go. I have to rent a truck. Obviously, my parents are on the older side. I'm not gonna ask them to do that, even if they offer. I'm just gonna say no, it's not happening. So this is the first time where it's going to be 100% on my own. So do you all have recommendations for cross-country moves totally on your own, moving companies you've used before? But if you have any advice, please let me know. Hi everyone, it looks really bright, 7:30, which for me means it's getting late because I try to go to bed really early. But I think I'm gonna play some Life is Strange. I am by no stretch of the imagination the most intense gamer. These are the only games that I own. But I'm trying to go through these. These are all the ones I have. This is actually the only one that I finished, Until Dawn, which I really like if you're into horror. But I hope you're all having, I know I say a good week, but I feel like I've lost sense of time and space and days and weeks. I'm assuming a lot of you guys feel that way too, but I hope, why am I doing so close to my face? But I do hope you guys are doing okay. And please let me know, what are some things you're doing to make yourself feel sane and okay? I know for a lot of you, especially if you already deal with anxiety, I'm sure this is exacerbating it. So if you have anything helpful you think you want to share, feel free to do it down below. But again, hope you guys are doing okay, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.